What is going on YouTube? Z Dragons here, back with another video for you guys. And in today's video, we'll be going over the remainder of the OP14 leaders cards that we are going to want to buy currently right now. That way, when OP14 does come out for us on January 16th, we have all of the cards we want to run for our decks available. We'll also be going over ST29 Monkey D Luffy, the 6 life yellow leader, as there are some cards that are currently out right now that we can pick up in preparation for when it does release. Now, I have already released a blue-yellow Boa Hancock and a green DRACULE MIHAWK cards to buy video. So if you guys do want to check that out, please make sure to check it out on my channel, as those are the previous two videos released. And we will be going over in today's video black crocodile, black yellow gecko moria, purple Dofi, and blue Jinbei, and as well as red Trafalgar Law as the remaining OP14 leaders. And now let's get on into the video. So we're going to be starting with black crocodile first, and the first card here is Haute Couture Patchwork, which we can see a market price of 21 cents. So this would be a very easy pickup for you guys. And just another side note for you guys, black crocodile, there is not too many cards that are already released that we need to pick up. So I believe it's just 3 or 4. So, but yeah, for this card, make sure you guys do pick it up. And here we actually do see the 8 cost Secret Rare Sabo all the way back from OP07. Did see a deck list running 4 copies of this, and it's only a $1.64 market price. So definitely do look up to pick up this card, as it is a secret rare, and I also do believe it already has been reprinted, so therefore we can't really expect it to get reprinted again. So make sure you guys are going to pick up this card if you're potentially wanting to run black crocodile. Here we see the 6 cost Sabo from OP13, another Sabo secret rare. And this card is actually going for $9.02, but we do see here on the graph that it is at a low, as it did start off at 22 and has been continually decreasing, and now it kind of has stabilized here around the $9 mark. So I do think now is a good time to purchase this card, as I don't really expect it as being a secret rarity to go down any further. So make sure you guys pick up this card right now. And here is another black Sabo, but this time it is a super rare from PRB02, which is a set that actually has a lot of pricey cards. And here we see the market price is $9.28. which is not the lowest that it has been, as we do see it has been kind of hovering the $6-7 mark, but it's also not the highest, as it has been as high as $14. So being here at around the $9 mark, we are not going to be upset about picking up this card, so I would recommend you guys pick up this PRB02 Sabo. And that is going to be it for the black crocodile portion of this video. So now we're going to move on to black yellow gecko moria. And the first card that we have here is Victoria's Sindri, all the way back from OP06. And with our current market price of being only 10 cents, you guys are going to be good to pick up this card. Now with Dr. Hogback from OP06, we see is another very cheap card right here, only having a market price of 21 cents. So this is going to be a very good pickup to pick up right now. Here is Crona, a super rare from OP06, This is a 2K counter, which is also very notable, as well as being a body that can swing, as it does have a 5,000 base power. And the current market price of it is $2.04. We do see it kind of has gone up when it was originally just $1 not so long ago, but at $2 it is a good pickup. But we can see here on TCG Player that there's only one listing and there is just one copy of the card available. So please guys, make sure you guys are picking up this card, especially at this price, if you can find it at your local card store, whatnot. But yes, you guys are going to need this card for Gecko Moria. Here is another PRB02 card. Here we have the 6-cost Gecko Moria, and we do see here it is a market price of $3.87. It has gone up around $1. However, at this price point, especially with the card being from PRB02, even though the card is just a rarity, we are going to be willing to pick this up, so please make sure you guys do pick up this card at this price. Here we have the 2-cost Inupe from OP06, and this card is only going for 6 cents. You guys got the green light to buy this card. And I have seen some Gecko Moria deckless running this 200 million volts Amaru from OP05. And this event is only going for 8 cents. You guys make sure you guys do pick up this card, as it is all the way back from OP5, but it does seem like we do have 41 listings here on TCG Player, so it should be pretty easy to come by. But yeah, you guys are good to pick up this card. And that is the end of the black yellow Gecko Moria portion of the video. And now we will be moving on to Red Trafalgar Law. The first card here we do see is the 1-cost Nami from ST29, and this is the cheapest market price I could find. We do see the market price right here being $5.93, which is at a high, as just back in October we were around $2, and now just at the start of the year, January here, it has already tripled in price. The hard thing about this card is that it is all the way back from ST01. So, and I know also we do have a lot of new people coming into the One Piece scene, especially being collectors, and Nami being one of like the waifus of One Piece that people are trying to buy out all the Nami cards. So I would say, just with that in mind, that this might be the price you're gonna have to purchase this card at, unless you're willing to wait until possibly OP15, OP16 to play the Red Trafalgar deck. So I would say this is an okay price to buy the card, but if you don't really have any want to play the Law deck, then I would just avoid from purchasing this card. Here is Makino, all the way back from OP02, as well as this card has been reprinted as well. This card is going for 14 cents. You guys are good to pick up this card. Here is Bartolomeo from OP01. Was not expecting to see this card in the Law deck list, especially a card that from all the way back then. But this card is only going for 11 cents, so do make sure you guys pick up this card. Here is the Sanji 2K counter from Starter Deck 21. I do not believe this card has been reprinted, and this card is currently going for a market price of $2, so I would make sure you guys do pick up this card, because the only way you're able to get this card is from purchasing Starter Deck 21. So do please guys do get a playset of this Sanji card. Here is Roronoa Zoro. This is not the original copy of the OP1 Zoro. This is actually from the starter deck 10, I believe, as this is the cheaper copy. This one has a market price of $2.48, and it actually is at a low, as it was previously $3. So you guys make sure you guys pick up this card, especially picking up this version, as the OP01 version is going to be more pricey, unless you guys just prefer that art better, but then you do have to be willing to spend more money. And here is Diable Jambe, all the way back from starter deck 1, the 1 cost event. Now this card is only going for $2, but as you guys can see, there is no current listings for this card on TCG Player, so definitely try and find you guys a playset of this card. I don't believe the deck runs a playset, Retrofogger Law. I think it just runs maybe like 2 or 3 copies, but it's always good to have a playset. And at this price of $2.08, you're gonna want to have this card. So if you guys can find this card, make sure you guys do purchase it now, as there's no listings. And that's gonna end the part of the video for Retrofogger Law. And now we're gonna move on to Blue Jinbei. And the first card we have here is Kaya. This is the reprint version from PRB 02. This card is only going for 38 cents. Please make sure you guys do pick up a playset of this card. It is a good 2k counter. It's a 1 cost with the on play to draw 2, trash 2. So being able to dig deeper into your deck while also pitching out any bricks from your hand that you no longer need. Here is Charlotte Pudding from OP06, the blue staple for every blue deck. And this card is going for a market value of $1.81. That is a decent price to pick up the card, although everyone should already have this card because it's just so good if you're playing blue. But if you do not have the card, picking up for $1.81 is okay. Most likely, most decks are only running 2 puddings anyways. You're not really ever seeing someone run a full playset of 4. And here is Trafalgar Law from starter deck 17. This is the bounce law to bounce your opponent characters. And this is only going for 30 cents because this card was reprinted. So please make sure you guys pick up this card. Please make sure you guys pick up this card right now, as the card will not be, most likely will not be reprinted again. Here is Jozu from OP08. This card has a market price of $3.12. Definitely would suggest you guys to pick up this card, but as you guys can see here on TCG Player, there is no current listings. But also, mind you, this is a very good card also in other decks, like you could also potentially run this in a version of Blue Yellow Boa Hancock, more of the 7 Warlords type version. You could run it in Red Blue Ace, which is, you know, taking over the meta right now in the West for OP13. So definitely, if you guys can find this card, make sure you guys pick up this card. Here is Perfume Femur from OP07, and it has a current market price of $3.33. We do see here that it has gone up, 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 and now it has dipped down a little bit, but this is still a good price to pick up this card. You're only going to be using, you know, probably like 2 or 3 copies of the card, because it doesn't give you any counter. So please make sure you guys pick up this card. Here is Gum Gum Red Rock from OP04, and we can see here in the corner there is no current listings on TCG Player. but we do see here a market price of $5.50, and we do see that it actually has been climbing since October, slowly climbing, a little bit of a dip in early December, but now has climbed to a new high of 538. I do think this card can come down, especially for the Jinbei deck. I don't think you're really running too many copies of this card. I do think you just want to play out as many bodies as possible and just swinging or getting your opponent down to 0 as fast as you can, because you're running so many low power bodies. Just pitching cards from your hand to give your characters rested dawn. So I would suggest waiting on this card. I do think if it does come down around where it dipped here, like the $3 to $4 range, that's when we can pull the trigger to purchase. But I think we can hold off on purchasing this card right now. Here is Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. This is the reprint version from PRBO2. This card is only going for 64 cents, so you guys are going to be good to pick up this card. Here is Otama from OP14. She's only going for 32 cents right here. You guys are going to be good to pick up this card. And very interesting card right here that I saw. Here is Haruta from OP13. So we can just kind of go over the card a little bit. I didn't even know what the card did. It's a 1 cost, 2000 power, 1k counter. It does have the type Whitebeard Pirates. When attacking, if you have 4 or less cards in your hand, draw 1. So I guess some Jinbei players are running this card just to refill their hand a little bit, especially because it's only a 1 cost. You can play it down on your turn 1 turn. This card is only going for 3 cents. You guys are good to purchase this card. Oof, and this one is a doozy. Here we have the 3 cost Arlong from the Sealed Battle Kit Volume 1. It is a promotion card, and this card has a market price of $30. That is insane. This card was resting around this $4, $5, $6 range and just multiplied like crazy, now at a high of 30, basically $31. Guys, do not purchase this card. This card is way too expensive right now. Too much hype for blue Jinbei. I don't even think you even really need to run this card in the deck. I've only seen a couple decks run this. So we can just go over the card really quick in case any of you guys don't know what it does. It's a 3 cost, 4000 power, Dawn times 1 attacking. It also has a Fishman type, so you can give it Rested Dawn with your Jinbei leader. So Dawn times 1 attacking. If you have 4 or more life cards, your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of their deck. This card, it's not worth it, guys. It honestly is not worth it. There is a slightly cheaper version of this card. We can just look for it right here. So guys, there is this version of the card, which is essentially just from the live action. This one's only going for $16.80, so it's going for half the price. But me personally, I am not a big fan of this live action cards. Like, it looks very ugly to me. But if you just need the card just to play, because you just think it works better for maybe your playstyle or your version of the deck, then you can pick up this version of the card for cheaper. But like I said, guys, most Jinbei players are not even running this, so I won't even worry about getting this promo version. But yeah, for me, this is no purchase. Just avoid this card. Here is the 1 cost Trafalgar Law from Starter Deck 3. This card is only going for 12 cents market price right here, guys. You guys are good to pick up this card. And here is Hina from OP12, the 2K counter. And I do believe when we did do that blue yellow boa Hancock video that this card was also being run in boa deck lists, which is kind of interesting as it seems some people in the East are looking at this card as being another version of Perfume Femur, but instead of giving plus 2k power, it is a 2k counter in your hand. Unfortunately, you do also have to trash one card to activate the main, but it is interesting to see. And this card is only going for 13 cents, so you guys are good to pick up this card. And here is the 6 cost Trafalgar Law. This is a promo card, and this card is going for a market price of $13.59. We do see here on the graph that it actually was as high as $28-29 early December. So it is coming down. I do think at this price it is okay to pick up. It is hard to come by these promo cards, but I do think if you wait a little bit longer that the price will also continue to come down. This card here is at the 6 slot, so I know for blue yellow boa they're probably not going to be picking up this card as they probably would prefer Kuma. So yeah, I think you guys are good to pick up at this price, but I do think we can also wait a little bit longer and it can come down even more. Here is the 1 cost Sengoku from OP14, the Searcher. And this card is going for $2.26 as it does seem like we are at a high as of recent months. I do think at the $2.26 point that is still okay to purchase, especially for a Searcher. But I don't really know if that many Jinbei players are going to be running this card because it's just searches for the 7 Warlords of the Sea. So unless you're going for more of a 7 Warlords type, you're probably not picking up this card. I just think more people are going to be picking up the 1 cost Arlong that is being released with OP14. So personally, I would probably say there's no point in picking up this card because you'd rather get the Arlong. But if you really need it for $2.26, it's not too bad. And here is the 1 cost Buggy 2k counter from Starter Deck 17. And this card is only going for 29 cents right here. You guys are going to be good to pick up this card. And here is the 2k counter Gion from OP06. And this card is only going for 15 cents right here. So you guys are going to be good to pick up this card. And now we do have Marco from PRB02, and I actually do really like this card in the deck because with the on KO to draw 2 cards, just refilling your hand, and also being a 6,000 base power, very nice to just swing at your opponent. And this card is going for $15. And it does seem here it is at a low, not an all-time low as it was at 1470, but we are at a low here for the Marco. So guys, you guys are going to want to purchase a full playset of 4 of this card. This is a terrific time to buy it. So please make sure you guys do pick up this card. Now that will end the blue Jinbei portion of the video. And now we will be moving on to purple Don Quixote do Flamingo. And the first card we have here is Usohachi. This is the reprint version from PRB02. And you guys can see there is no current listings of this card. And this card is actually at $3.11. And it actually has been climbing as this card was only just under $1 a few months ago. And has been climbing. So at $3 here, I do think this card is probably the best 2k counter in purple. So you're gonna want to pick up this card especially because it also is a block 3 card, as you guys can see here in the Devil Fruit. So essentially what that means is that this card will be good for another 2 years unless it gets rotated out or banned. So I do think you guys are going to want to purchase this card. It does suck that it is at $3 right now, but this card the original copy of this card was very high at one point. I believe somewhere around the $8 to $10 mark. So please pick up this card at this current price. Here is Sugar from OP10, the Searcher, and this card is only going for 24 cents. Please make sure you guys pick up a playset of this card. Here is Don Quixote Rocinante from OP10, and this card is currently only going for $3.14 for a super rare. Now, it is a little bit higher than it was originally, back to only being around $2 to $3, and now, you know, we do see here, oh, in the graphs it's kind of looking, you know, $4.42, it's bouncing a lot. Now we're at a little bit of a low, but not as low as it was a few months ago. But this is still a very good card to pick up, especially considering it is a super rare. So please make sure you guys pick up this card. And here is Don Quixote do Flamingo from OP10. And over here, guys, there is no current listings on TCG Player. People are getting ready to play their OP14 decks. And we see here the market price of the card is $3.66, and this is at a high, as just a few months ago it was just under $1. I do think at this current price though, it is okay to purchase. This card I have seen is run in every single Purple Dofi list, so you guys are going to want this card, and Purple Dofi I think is a very good deck for OP14. It is just a little hard to master. Here is Divine Departure from OP13, the zero cost event, and this card is only going for 23 cents. Guys, make sure you guys pick up these cards while it is very cheap, so please do pick up this card. Here is I Do Not Forgive Those Who Laugh at My Family, another event from OP10, and this card is only going for 22 cents. You guys are good to purchase this card. And now we have Slow Beam Sword from OP07. This event is fantastic. A lot of purple decks are running this, so that way you're already going to be able to rest down your opponent's blockers. And this card's only going for 13 cents. Guys, you need to pick up this card. And here is Charlotte Katakuri from OP11. This card is just a fantastic card to have in your collection. You're gonna definitely want a playset of this. And the current price is $2.97 as the market value. This is gonna be definitely at a low, as it has kind of peaked around $4. And this card I believe has been as high as $8-10 before. So for $2 or $3 essentially, you guys pick up a full playset of this card. Here is Baby 5 from OP10. OP10 is going to be pretty popular. A lot of the purple cards are going to be pretty popular for OP14 because this was when Red Purple Sugar was released, so a lot of purple Don Quixote pirates support. And this card's only going for 15 cents. Guys, you guys are good to purchase this card. Now, we have a very interesting card here. This is the 8 cost gold Roger card, and there's currently no listings of it on TCG Player, but just for anyone who doesn't know, for the month of January, based on your store's allocations, Bandai is actually giving your stores a pack of promo cards to give out for locals entry, and this is one of the cards in that pack. So guys, make sure you guys go to your locals this month go at least 4 times so you guys have a full playset of all the promo cards they are giving you. This is actually an amazing thing Bandai is doing because it is so hard for us in the West to get promo cards. So the fact that we're going to be able to get them just from attending locals, please guys, go to your locals and get this card. And here we do see the 9-cost Monkey D. Luffy from OP09. And guys, remember, this is a secret rarity, so it is going to be a little bit more expensive. And we do see this card at $12.61 market, and which actually is a recent high, as this card has been as low as $7, $6, $8, and then just boom, skyrocketed. I guess now Purple Doflamingo players are running this card. And I know based off the graph, it does look like this card is rising. So I would suggest that you guys do pick up this card at this price. It does suck you guys couldn't purchase it just a month ago where it was only $8.41, but I do think this card can keep climbing. Just remember guys, we do have a lot of collectors in the game, and Luffy is the main character from the show, and this is a secret rare, and the card is pretty nice, you know, Luffy raising his hand, and you do see a lot of this I guess like hockey waves kind of like, you know, shooting out. So I would pick up this card at this price guys. And that will end the Purple Doflamingo portion of the video, and actually all of the OP14 portion of the video, as now we're moving on to Starter Deck 29 Monkey D. Luffy, and just seeing what cards you guys need. So the first card here is Lilith from OP13, and she's only going for 26 cents. Guys, pick up this card now. And very interesting card we're seeing here is the Kiku Nojo. This is the reprint version from Starter Deck 28, which is the green yellow Yamato starter deck. And this card is only going for 51 cents. You guys are going to be good to pick up this card. And here is the 9-cost Jewelry Bonnie from OP13, the super rare. OP13 just came out for us in the West, so there's going to be a lot of copies of this card, and this card is only going for $1.50. So please make sure you guys do purchase this card now while it is at a low, because I do think in the coming this time next year, this card is not going to be $1.50. It's going to be more expensive. And also with all just like the new sets coming out in the next few months, EBO 3, EBO 4, and now this ST29, this card is also a egghead card, and we do know that Vegapunk does look like it is becoming better with all the support. And now we also have this ST29 Luffy, and we also have been revealed that there is going to be a red-yellow Bonnie leader that this card can potentially be in. So please guys, pick up this card at this current price. Here we do have the 2K counter Usopp from OP07, and this card is only going for 13 cents. Guys, pick up this card. And here is Nami from OP08 2 Legends, the 5-cost, and Egghead as well. And this card is going for $6.93. I don't believe this card has been reprinted. I could be wrong, but I don't remember it being reprinted. And this card has been climbing, as in October it was just around $4. But for basically like $7, this is still a very good price to pick up this card. So please guys, if you guys are watching this video right now, please pick it up right now. This is a very good price at purchasing this card. And here we have the 6-cost Kuma from OP12. This card is going for basically $45. Oh my god, look at this graph. This card was at a low of just $21 and increased all the way to $45. I do think this card can come down. I'm hoping this card does come down before the reprints. This is a very steep price at purchasing this card. We have seen secret rares like ACOS Katakuri go as high as, you know, almost $100. But I am hoping, because we do have a lot of collectors coming into the game and they're purchasing a lot of product, I'm hoping those collectors do purchase more OP12 and just kind of like put more product out in the market, so there's less demand. As here on TCG Player, we do see there's only 5 listings of this card. So I would suggest just waiting on this card. Maybe halfway into OP14, this card does dip and the market price drops to maybe $30–$35, and then that would be a good price to purchase this card. But at this price, I think this is just way too high, so I would hold off on buying this card. And here we have You're the One Who Should Disappear, the zero cost event from OP06, and this event is going for $1.96. Now that is a little high. I do believe this card was also reprinted as well. I do think at $1.96 that is a decent price to purchase. Maybe if we wait a little bit, this card will go down a little bit more, but at that point you're just saving cents. So I do think like $2, you guys are good to purchase this card. Here is L Thor, the one cost event from OP05. This card is only going for 12 cents. You guys are good to purchase this card right here. And here is 8 cost Eustace Captain Kidd, yellow. This is the reprint version from PRB02, as I find this was a cheaper version. This has a market price of 51 cents. Guys, pick up this card. This is a super rare going for 51 cents. Please make sure you guys pick up a full playset. That is an amazing price. Next is Nico Robin, the 6 cost from OP09. This card is going for $1.10, and this is at a high. However, for $1.10, you guys are good to purchase. Here is Makino from Starter Deck 13, the 2K counter, and this card is only going for 19 cents. Guys, make sure you guys pick up this card because it is from a starter deck. And the last card is Us, the EBO2 event that lets you look at top 4 and reveal 1 card that costs 4 or more, add it to your hand. And this card is only going for 58 cents, so I would suggest purchasing this card. And we actually have seen some deck lists starting to run these EBO2 events, which is actually kind of interesting. So I would suggest everybody to purchase a playset of these events from EBO2, just in the event that they could just all of a sudden just rise up like crazy. But that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much. And I will catch you guys on at the next video. Peace.